go ahead and title thy notes outliers. Outliers. And better centers. Outliers and better centers. So, put this title in the back of your note guide. Okay? So flip your note guide around and put this title in the back. Okay? We're going to define one of those words on the front of your note guide shortly. Put this in the back of your note guide on the top. Outliers and better centers. So you have the back side that's blank, right, Carmona? Go ahead and put this title there. The other side, we're going to define one more word. Right, Hernandez Jr.? Here we go. This is going to be the 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the sixth word down. Because remember statistics? I put the word statistics and you defined it on Monday with that video. This is the sixth word down. The first word was statistics. The second word was measure of center. Third was a mean. Fourth was a median. Fifth was a mode. And now outlier. A data value that is much greater than or much less than the other values in the data set. Think of the word outcast. It's someone who's like not normal, just out of it. I'm sorry? Okay, just talk lower then, because it sounds like you're talking to me. Outlier, outcast is some freaky value that's not the norm with the rest of the data set. That's what an outlier is. Go ahead and cram this in your definition. Let me give you an example, just one small example. Put EX for an example. Let's say you had some data that looked like this. 2, 6, 10, 12, 8. And then you have this value, 1,000. Imagine data where look at all these data values that kind of hang around each other, they're not too far apart from each other. But then all of a sudden you have this freaky value in the data set. That's an outlier. And sometimes data has that. It's just some freakazoid value that doesn't even, it seems like it doesn't even belong with the data. You'll get that sometimes. That's what an outlier is in data. You with me, Robles? Yeah. So phones away right now, because I got the phone. You have your chance to look at the phones later. I'm not going to take up the whole class. Cool. Here we go. Go to flip your page over. We're only going to do one example. We're done. We'll only do one example and we're done. Here we go. One. All right. So we're only doing one example. Go ahead and copy down this table. I'll give you about a minute to copy this down. So only doing this example and we're done. We're going to do a scavenger hunt outside.
Can I go back?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's go.
On the back of the page?
Yeah, so we're going to flip it over now. Example 1. Go ahead and copy down this data. There's only 8 values. Right, Kaya? What is the best center? The best measure of center? Mean, median, or mode? All right, let's find our median now. Mean would be 965, add them up, divided by 8, and become 965. Let's do the median now. I'm going to put them in order from least to greatest. Okay, so the least is going to be 825. Correct me if I'm wrong. The second one is going to be another 825. So I can already see there's a mode there, right? We got 845 right here. So right now I'm finding the mean, or the median rather. Capital M is the median. I'm putting them in order from least to greatest. So we got 865 as the fourth. So far so good. We got 875, the fifth. 3 more to go. 9.10, $9.10, $9.25, and $16.50. Which one's the outlier right now? What's the freaky value that really doesn't belong with the rest?
16.
The $16.50, yeah. That's like almost double the smallest one. So we would say that $16.50 you can already see as the outlier. It's like the outcast. It's the freaky value. Be aware of that for Friday's quiz. You'll get a question, what's the outlier? $16.50 in this case. But that's not what the question is right now. Let's find the median. So I got 2, 4, 6, 8. There's 8 numbers. So that means it's going to be the 2 middles, huh? It's going to be the 4th and the 5th. Look at this. I have to find the amount in between those two because those are the 2 middle numbers. Let's find the median now. Here we go. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add those puppies up. So the median then, watch this, it's 865 plus 875. Divide that by 2. You get a calculator? Did you get some already, Mendoza?
No.
Here we go, do it. So 865 plus 875 equals, then divide that by 2. So 870. And that makes sense, huh? In between 865 and 875 is right smack dab in the middle will be 870. So $8.70 is my median. All right, one more to go. We found our mean, 965. We found our median, 870. Now, let's find our mode. The mode is most. It rhymes with most. What occurs most? 825. All right, we're almost done now. We got our 3 measures of center. So far, so good. Now, between the mean, median, and mode, so the mean was 965, right here. There's a mean. The median was 870, and the mode was 825. Between those 3, which one's the best measure of center of this data? Which one's in the center the best way? If I look at 825, notice 825 is the 2 lowest. That's not a good measure of center because most of the data values are above 825. So the mode is definitely not a good measure of center for this example. How about the median, 870? The median is right here, in between 875 and 860. Here's your median. Look at, there's like an equal amount of data values below the median and equal above. So far that's looking like a good measure of center. What about the mean, 965? Look at 965 is over here, the X bar. So the mean doesn't look like a good measure of center of the data. It's way over here. Most of the observations, most of the data values are below the mean, the X bar. And only one is above it, which is the outlier. So the best measure of center would be the median. Sometimes the best measure of center would be the mode. Sometimes the best measure of center would be the mean. But for this data set, this set of data, you could see that the median is the best measure of center. It's right there in the middle between those two numbers. Mean is just way far to the right. right, 965. And the mode is way down here. That's not a good measure of center, the mode. The median would be in this case.